And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Aries. Welcome to Koi Plays Tarot. My name is Koi, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. What we're looking at in this round of reads is going to be your one-to-one for the month of October. One-to-one is a style of reading that I do that looks at the dynamic between point A and point B, you and another person. So as a caveat to the style of reading, two primary things. First, I don't call these love readings because they may not always be lovely, right? We look at all dynamics, not just the happy, fun stuff that gives us butterflies. Secondly, it doesn't always have to be about love. Seriously, it doesn't. It could be about a friend, family member, person you just met. It just examines what's going on between this person and that person. So as a preamble to the reads, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even if the conversation gets tough, understand that I, as your tarot card reader, would never purposely try to betray you. That's not the type of readings that I do. I just read what I see on the table and let's have a conversation about it. So with that being said, Aries, in your one-to-one for this month of October, let's see what the cards say. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Aries in this read. What's happening between them and their person in this read, the month of October. You'll be on this side and they'll be on that one. Crack in the neck. So for Aries, okay, the Five of Wands, trying to engage in a conflict. And on their side, the Nine of Pentacles. What is the investment? So, I don't want to say you're trying to hinder whatever this person is doing, Aries, but what I will say is that you are being very vocal about all the conflicts that you see laden within it. On their side, the long-term investment, they're going for it anyways, right? So whatever's going on between you and this person, understand, are you a bit fed up? Absolutely. But more than that, you're trying to spot, not as a way to like pick them apart. That's not the intention that you're coming from, at least from how I'm understanding it right now. But you're trying to make sure that they do it right. How do they do it right? And we're going to get back into that because, again, that kind of understanding always comes with a caveat. There's something that we're not vocalizing here. So between you and this person, let's look at the fronts and backs. Fronts, what is being said or being exchanged between both parties, and backs, what's not being immediately stated. Show us the cards that we need to see now for Aries in this read. Fronts and backs between them and their person. Because just to be that blunt about it, saying, no, I'm beefing with this right now. Here's what's going on, and here's why. What's going on here? What are the cards that we need to see, please, for Aries in this read? So, on your side, okay, the notion of at least the base level of optimism. Again, the Magician. Okay, so on your side, despite your harsh criticism, you actually want this for them too, right? I think we're being almost to the point of hypercritical because we want so much for this person. And, the phrasing of tough love, it doesn't always have to be that way, right? How can we approach it from a nicer and less almost demeaning and critical angle? Because the intention here is not how it's coming out. Right, what you're saying versus what you feel in your heart and what you're thinking in your mind, you're actually rooting for them, which is, again, is not coming off that way, but it's very clear that you want this for them too. So on their side, the Sun, this is what makes me happy, this is what I'm going for. Behind them, the Fool, the power of a new beginning. So somebody's trying to make a life change, and while they are doing it, I think, again, Aries, and I'm saying this as an Aries myself, I'm not completely disconnected even as a card reader. We can be hypercritical at times. We can be very harsh, even if in the grand scheme of things, we don't think that it's beef. It could very much be interpreted as such, right? So when we try to say our things constructively, remember the point of construction, right? It's meant to build. If someone said exactly what you said to them, would you be able to build something off of that? Just keep that in mind. Because again, you're rooting for them, and this is what makes them happy, and this is what they're going for. It may be a total life change on both ends, but right now, it doesn't seem like the words are coming out right, at least for you and your intentionality of what you want for them. Show positions. What are the cards that we need to see, please? For Aries in a one-to-one read, show each individual position between them and their person. Ooh, nice. Can't take it unless it hits the table. What are the cards that we need to see, please? Between Aries and their person. So, where you are? Six of Wands. And again, all fire. Well, the Magician is debatable between air and fire, but I'm more tend to tie that with Aries because again, Aries is the beginning of the zodiac calendar. But predominantly fire on your side. The notion of no, you're gonna go get this and you're gonna do it properly. You got this. On their side, King of Wands. How do they enact that? How do they take their potential energy and turn it into kinetic? How do they move? Right? Because hey, they're making that leap. It's almost like we're trying to sprint along with them. The thing is, we can't run their race for them. Right? We cannot run their race for them. So how do we root for them properly while they go off and try to win? Underneath it all, Four of Swords, relaxation. We take a break. We let things be and flow as they should. We don't try to control things. We let things happen. Okay? So now that we established where each individual person stands, what's going on down the middle? Show us the cards that we need to see, please. What occupies the space that lies between the bridge between Aries and their person in this one-to-one read? What's going on between Aries and their person in this read? That's a break. Why are we breaking? Why are we breaking? Yeah. Again, Aries, you have the best amount of wishes for them. That's dead obvious. I guess the question is, why are we so much leaning towards being hypercritical? So, what is held between these two parties? King of Wands. So, again, you're still rooting for them, and I'm tying it to their King of Wands as well, that everything can and will go right. It has to. You're very much in their corner, but just be mindful of how it comes out and what you're saying. Five of Pentacles, okay. The fear of being left out and left behind. Why so? Queen of Cups. There is love. There is, endearment here between you and this person. And the Four of Pentacles. Holding on. And I think I'm starting to see the conflict here. It's not just that, moving to new horizons requires, putting pieces into place. It also requires personal transformation. Right now, Aries, and this was going on between you two, we're holding on too much to what was instead of trying to embrace what is and what could be, right? We're saying that we want to embark on this new journey or that we're rooting for them, whoever this person is to you, to go in that way, but we're trying to control all aspects for them. And that's not how this works, right? Between you and this person, it involves understanding that I can't run this race for you. If I want to see you cross the finish line, then you have to be the one who runs it yourself, right? So there's this underlying tension that I don't want to see you fail. However, the more I try to hold on to this for you, or the more I try to do everything for you, the more I actually push you towards, tripping at the, if we're still using track metaphors, tripping at the starting line, right? If I'm trying to control everything for you, I'm still at Four of Pentacles. I'm trying to hold on to what was. I'm not allowing them to become what they will be. I can't control everything for them. I cannot run their race. And so, yes, it's coming from a place of endearment, knowing that they will be successful when they get there, but we cannot control that race for them. We got to let them run. Let them reach their own finish line. Underneath it all, Nine of Pentacles, the notion of separation and autonomy. And as we see this person evolve and come into their own, we also realize it's not my space to control this anymore. It's very much like big brother, big sister kind of energy that, I'm trying to look out for you. I'm trying to make sure that everything goes right. I'm trying. But at one point, we just got to accept them and let them become who they will be. We can't run their race for them. Okay? Fair enough. Let's define the major arcana strewn across the table for Aries in this read between them and their person. Because again, it's coming from a loving space. Otherwise, that Queen of Cups would not be there. And yeah, that person, even when they hear your harsh critiques of them, Aries, they also understand that. We just got to be careful of what we say and how we say it. Let's not be too harsh on them because, again, we want to see them win too, right? First, we define the magician. Another break. Why are we breaking? We're looking towards the magician, starting here for the major arcana and Aries for their read. Because when we try to control everything, we admit we have no control at all. That's what's going on here. Okay. Yeah, no, that sounds about right. Because again, your intent is not showing through. We're saying we want the best for them, but every time we talk about the best for them, we are saying it so, just harshly and so aggressively that it's not being able to be interpreted in the ways that it needs to. Right. We're still not accepting that. Why are we not accepting? Because we don't want to see them get hurt. Yeah. Both can be true at the same time, right? We can deliver a soft, good message, an intentful message. Once we really think about it and put all of our emotionality and all of our intent into it, we can do both at the same time and still be rooting for them. Those two things do not have to be in conflict with one another, I promise. Okay, so with magician, for you on your side, Six of Pentacles, trying to trust in their long-term investment, that this is what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna support you in the best ways I know how every step of that way. Okay, I see it. For their sun, that they're showing you, saying this is what fulfills me, this is what makes me happy. Strength, card of Leo. That I have the power to accomplish whatever goal or dream this is. I want you to trust in me. Can you give me the grace to do that? For the Fool, the power of the new beginning. Well, I ended up drawing two. And maybe there's a reason why. Okay. Let me explain. We drew the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, and I knew that some level of, emotional wear and tear was going to happen, but believe it or not, it's in the exact opposite direction, right? They're not being torn down by what you say. They're being torn down by, if I don't do this, you don't know how much it's going to hurt me, right? The power of their new beginning, they feel like they have to at least try, right? And whereas we're trying to make it perfect for them to go, it's not about trying to achieve perfection right now. Aries is not about them trying to achieve perfection right now. It's about them being comfortable to say, no, I can do it. I can go for this. I need you to believe in me. I don't need you to tear me down or try to make me into the statuesque version of what you believe I could be. Let me find that for me, but just let me try. Okay, got it. The resolution, what do we see as cards of resolution for Aries in this read? Yeah, it's very simple. It's not very blunt read of, I'm not saying back off Aries, but what I am saying is let them find their way. What are the cards that Aries need to see, please, upon this read? They're one day month of October. It's still breaking. Why are we not being able to accept this? Because I don't view that as something bad shuffling. Otherwise, we would have problems from the beginning, Aries. And seeing the energetic conflict of, yeah, I want what's best for them, but they have to find that for themselves. And we're not allowing them to live their entire journey if we don't. What is held in resolution for Aries in this read? Seven of Wands. It's a lesson in defensiveness. What are we guarded around? I think I don't want to say we're purely hyper projecting, our own insecurities and fears onto the situation, but when we don't admit what we're afraid of, even for them or for ourselves, then that's probably why it's coming out as so harsh. We're not trying to tear them down, but we got to realize why we are in this, tense position while speaking to them about this subject. Also, the world. And so in seeing their transformation, so too must you, right? The ultimate resolution, the lesson here is that we're uncomfortable with seeing somebody who we held in such high regard for a long time change and go for what may even originally be seen as an illogical dream, they gotta go for it anyways. Let them transform. Let them do what they need to. Let it happen. And in seeing them transform, so too must you let that cycle end. We cannot run their race for them. Underneath it all, Nine of Pentacles. And so I'm tying that especially because we have the Four of Swords and Nine of Pentacles here, the notion of relax, I got this, I'm going to make the best of it. The Nine of Pentacles drawing back to this journey. Again, this is very much about them and your well wishes for them. Now, how do we let that happen? Overall, in your read today, Aries, what I see is, yeah, we're still rooting for this person, but we had to be careful about how our message and our words are coming across, because while we don't intend for it to be volatile or harsh, it could have this unintentional effect of tearing the person that we want to succeed the most down. And that's not what we're doing here, right? I think seeing them transform in this very, sudden and beautiful way for them, it also sparks something within us, makes us realize, okay, the things we have to work on within ourselves and the things that we don't want to hyper project onto another person, right? Both cycles are coming to their end at the same time. They're transforming in the ways that they need to. You, a reminder of that transformation can still happen, but I can't control your journey for you. So that's why I see in your read today, Aries. Yeah, I don't want to say this was a tough read because it's not tough. In fact, this is one of the very most kind of straightforward readings I've had on the entire night, but it still suggests the fact that trying to control everything means we have no control at all. So once we can learn to let go and not only let them transform, but see transformation within us, then things can excel in the ways that they need to. That's why I got on your read today, Aries. Hope this conversation helped. And yeah, let's just be careful what we say because we want for them to succeed. We want for them to succeed. Yeah, very blunt, very clear. I'll see you later, okay? Bye.